Hey, how's it going, folks? The name's Steffi, and welcome back to another episode of my solo RPG playthrough of the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition homebrew module, Palace of the Fire Oracle by Adventure Await Studios. I knew I'd mess up that title one episode or another. Right, so far our party is in their second encounter of the dungeon. So just to recap since the beginning, they're in this temple or palace of Vulcan. Basically, they have three objectives based into one. Basically, they either need to clear the dungeon or they need to find the relic, the Hammer of Vulcan, and then either leave the dungeon, and then basically that's the objective. So far, they went up north. They took out a group of 3 ice methods in this corridor here. Then they went back to a short rest, came back out, and then they're leading up to this path. We found out that there is an Azer here and a forge, and then there's 2 other cultists here that's chanting a ritual. They decided to leave both rooms alone for now, not very confident in their abilities as of yet, so they came back down this direction. Then they came back down south, and then decided to go left, and then when they came here, there were 2 cult fanatics here, basically praying at a statue here, and instead of surprising them or just trying to stealth past them, basically we walk in and they weren't that deep in prayer to the point where they heard us going through, and we did 1 round of combat. So as for now, our initiation is this with Masha, Brovik, Cultist 2, Dunas, Cultist 1, Krolix, and this is the HP so far. The only person to get damaged so far is Masha, who is down to 17 HP after taking taking 2 dagger attacks, actually. These guys are no joke. So, we're going to start at the top of the round, and we're going to go back to Masha then. So yeah, hope everyone's doing well today. Okay, so Masha, basically, let's have a wee look-see here. Okay, so self HP 50%, less. Yeah, so 30% less than 30%. Going to use patient defense, that's fine. Flying, I'll reach counter shots, flying clusters of enemies, 3 greater card drops. Characters healthy, which 70% and key point 1 flurry of blows. Engaged in melee and lowest HP. Right, okay, so basically, 17, is that 70% of, just 1 second, I'll check. 17, what is 70% of 25? I am not very good at my percentages, by the way. Okay, right, so the 70% of 25 is 17.5 apparently. So this means, according to our action list, that he is not going to be using Flurry of Blows. So basically he's just going to be doing 2 normal attacks. And then he's going to be attacking the lowest HP, which is going to be Cultist 1, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So Cultist 1 is down to 22. Now, the Fanatics are both concentrating on Shield of Faith, so their AC is down to 15. So we need to be at 15. So let's do this then. Right, so he's going to take unarmed strikes. He doesn't have any weapons. I mean, he does have a blind club, but I say we'll use a blind club, I suppose, but it's not his Kensei weapons, so that's what we need to remember. Okay, right, so let's do this then. Right, so first roll of the episode. Let's see if it's any good. So D20 plus 4. Because we got 2 from dexterity, and we've got 2 from the efficiency bonus. So let's see what we have. So D20 plus 4 needs to be a 15. And we did. Nice. So that's going to be a 1d4 plus 2 for the club attack, and we deal 5 points of bludgeoning damage on cultist number 1. Very nice. So that's going to bring him down from 22 to 17 HP. Perfect. And then he's going to use his bonus action martial art. Yeah, so basically with I don't think I've got it here, have I? Key unarmored. Yeah, martial arts. Basically, it says every time you attack with a monk weapon, you can use bonus art action to make an unarmed strike. So that's what we're going to do. So let's do that then. So go D20 plus 4 for the unarmed strike, and 23 is a hit, and it's going to do 1d4 plus 2 damage, and 4 points of damage. Very nice. Nice start. So 17 minus 4. That's going to be 13 points of health. Oh, sugar. I keep getting him. Concentration checks. Yeah, I forgot about that. Concentration checks. Okay, so basically, anytime a spellcaster or somebody's concentrating a spell, every time they take damage, they're going to make a concentration check. So what you do is you add your, I think you add your Constitution modifier, don't you? That's con save. Yeah, it's just a con save, yeah. So you have your Constitution modifier and there's DC 10. If you get under a 10, you'll lose your AC bonus. I should have done that, so I completely forgot about that. So let's see what it does. So it's a d20 plus 1. Okay, so this is for the first attack. Okay, so 9. So concentration wears off. So, yep, concentration wears off. So we'll just do that. AC drops 13. Second attack comes in. Doesn't make a difference. Still a hit anyway. Right, and that's Mash's turn. Okay, so next is Brovik. So Brovik over here. Now Brovik is concentrating on Hunter's Mark, I believe. Yes, he's concentrating on Hunter's Mark. Hunter's Mark's been applied to this one right here, but going from his high spell, any Hunter's Mark. Bow targeting size, self, larger rapier. Actually bait Hunter's prey damage. Bow flying any, attack longbow, HP, lowest HP, longbow. Spends its actions picking off weak or dying enemies from a distance if you don't have enemy ranks, and then nearest any rapier. Default get off me baseline if it's close, yeah. So basically he's not in melee range, so he's going to continue using the longbow attack against this guy. So this guy's AC's dropped to 13 now, so it's going to be a 1d20 plus 6 for his attack roll. 4 from the dexterity bonus and 2 for the proficiency, so let's do a d20 plus 6. Plus 6 needs to be a 13, which is a crit. Doesn't make a difference. Perfect. So, critical nat 20. Very nice. That means that the damage die is doubled. So, that's going to be a 2d8 because a longbow is a 1d8 weapon. And then it's a 2d8 plus his attacking modifier, which is 4 for the dexterity, and he deals 7 points. Oh, wow, that's really bad. A 2 and a 1? Bro. That's really, really bad. Holy crap, I wasn't expecting that. 7 points of damage. That's really bad. I also have expected in one shot and then, but no. Well, not one shot, but, you know, like 2, you know, kill him the last shot. Okay, right, so that's 17. So 13 minus 7 leaves him with 5 HP. And I got to keep track of my arrows. I keep forgetting about that, so let me see. So he fired... I think he fired twice in the first match, in the first encounter. And then using the ammunition rules, basically you can spend a minute to recover half the ammunition that you fired. So he's got 19 arrows, he's fired 2 up to now, so he's down to 17. So I will write, I'll quickly write 17 R's. 17 R's. Okay, right, so anything else we can do for bonus action? No, not really, because he's used Hunter's Mark already. Okay, so next turn. So next turn is going to be Cultist 2. Now, Cultist 2 is already concentrating on Shield of Faith, and he's already at max HP. So let's see what his next thing is. So, highest strength, highest strength or unhindered, cast whole person. Paralyzed a martial character on a fanatic and allies to land automatic critical hits. So, the highest strength or unhindered. So, I'm going to say that basically the person who has the highest strength as of right now, I would probably say Brovik. But Mash is also doing it. So, let's do a d20. Let's do a d20 to determine who's going to get this whole person. So, 1 to 9 is Masha, 11 to 20 is Brovik. 15, okay, so it's going to be Brovik. Alright, that's so we can get a wisdom in. So, if we go to the Cultist stop block, we can go to Command. So, Command is the first level enchantment spell. You speak a one-word command to a creature you see within range. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or follow the command on its next turn. The spell has no effect and the target is undead if it doesn't understand your language or if your command is directly harmful to it. Some typical commands and their effects follow. You might issue a command other than one described here. If you do so, the DM determines how the target behaves. If the target can't follow your command, spell ends. So you got approach. The target moves towards you by the shortest most direct route, and then its turn if it moves by being you. Drop. The target drops whatever it's holding, then it's its turn. Flee. Target spends its turn moving away from you by the fastest available means. Grovel. Target falls prone, then it ends its turn. Halt. The target doesn't move and takes no actions. A flying creature stays aloft, provided it is able to do so. If it must move to stay aloft, then it flies the minimum distance, needs to remain in the air. And then higher levels, you can do more than one person. So obviously, we're going to be casting it at first level. I mean, we could cast it second if we wanted to, but according to this, we're just going to cast it. Well, it's not really gave us that much. Do you know what? I have an idea. Let's do a d20. Does the cultist cast command at second level? 14, it does. Okay, so that means it's going to do it on, going back to command. When you cast a spell using a spell slot second level higher, you can affect one additional creature for each slot above one. So basically, with this means that we can target two people. So that means we can target both Masha and we can target Brovik. So that'll probably be a nice way of doing it. Let's see. So whole person, paralyzed and... No, it's not command, it's whole person, excuse me. I misread that. It feels command, it's not, it's whole person. Read, Deppy, read. Alright, command. No, whole person, there we go. Choose a humanoid you see within range. Target must succeed in a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the duration. At the end of each of its turns, the target can make another wisdom saving throw to success. The spell ends on the target. Right, okay. Now the problem is though, because that's concentration, we are concentrating on Shield of Faith. So the problem is, however, we're already concentrating on Shield of Faith, so we need to ask a question to determine what he's going to do. Does the cultist stop concentration on Shield of Faith? 16 it does. Right, so it's going for whole person now. So it's going for whole person on Brovik. Let's do another d20. Is it doing on Brovik or Masha? Okay, so still on Brovik. Okay, so hold person it is. Okay then, right. So let me do this. So we're going to go to cultist 2 here. We're going to put second. I'm going to do 2 out of 3. Okay. And then let's see. So Brovik's wisdom saving throw proficiency is a +3. Okay. So we need to beat a DC of 11. Right, let's do this then. Right, so D20 +3, beating 11. Fails. Wow. Okay, so Brovik becomes paralyzed. So I'll put a power here, just to remember. FES BAB. Don't remember what that is. I'm sure it's something. Yeah, simultaneity, concentration. Okay, so yeah, basically he's paralyzed, so the whole person goes through, gets constricted, like, what's going on? Can't move. Blah, blah, blah. Right, and that's his action. Can do 2 level spells in 1 turn. Yeah, that's it. That's Cultist 2's turn. Okay, then, so that's Cultist 2 turn. Right, so next person after that is going to be Dunas. Okay then, right, let's see what Dunas is doing. So we've done, so he's got the temporary hit points, so we've casted False Life, that's fine. It's also surrounded by 2 enemies, cast Misty Step, that's D2. Friendly melee striker, we could probably do that, maybe. Distance greater than 20 feet, dash and use Golden Rush. Okay. I don't think he's going to do this. I think he'll do the... Let's see, is he greater than 20 feet? Because he's back here. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then, yeah, he can do that. Okay, then, I think he knows. So at this point in time, Dunas is going to be like, yeah, let's get straight in there. Right, so before anything else, let me go to the Minotaur for a second. Minotaur. Did I use MMB? I think I did use MMB, didn't I? Golden Rush. Okay, so immediately after you take the dash action, with 20 feet, you can make 1 melee attack with your horns as a bonus action. Right. So I think he's going to do that then. just to get in there. Okay, so Dennis is gonna go. Takes a dash action. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. No, I mean, yeah. Wait, no, I could have just moved there. Enemy distance. Oh, enemy distance target 20. Okay. Just and right quarterstaff. Enemy within 5 feet. Grease. Pack tightly close together. Good cast. Actually, no. He's only got a couple of spells prepared, hasn't he? Where is it? Where's his spells? Yeah, it's got False Life and Misty Step prepared. And that's what we're going to keep it. Okay, right. So never mind the dash. He's just going to do a... he's just going to do a quarterstaff action. Quarterstaff attack. Yeah, quarterstaff attack. Any target within 5 feet. And then we could do the bonus action. We can do the bonus action. Bonus action. Hammering the hordes. So immediately after we hit a creature within... After we hit a creature with melee attack as part of the attack action, we use a bonus action to push them away. Yeah, we can try that, I suppose. Try that. Suppose why not? Okay then, right. So we want to do a 1d20 plus 3. Yep. I should really put that down. So 1d20 plus 3. Plus 3. Okay, right. So 1d20 plus 3, and we need to be a 13 because you're not concentrating on field of faith. Let's have a look. 20. Nice. Yep. And then it's 1d8 plus 1. Bit of strength. Yep. Right. That's there. Clean board. It's like strength of 12, and then it just needs to be a 5. 7. Yeah, that's what it does. Nice. So basically, Dunners just starts moving in, pushing past Golux, pushing past the paralyzed Rolvik, probably knocking him over to his side, maybe, or whatever. You know, just like steam come out of his nose, like, and then just comes around. The cultist just, you know, rearing from the pain, just sees this hulking massive a guy in robes or just quarterstaff, and then bang, right in the back of the heat, and the cultist is down. Dude. Yeah. And the cultist is down, so yeah, that's... Okay, that's cultist number 1 gone. That's okay, I can fix that later, it's fine. In fact, I should probably just do it now, actually. Fill black. There we go. Just fill that. Nice. Okay, right, so after Dunnis' turn, we have Cultist 1. Now, Cultist 1 is currently concentrating on Hold Person. So, let's have a look. So, let's see here. High Strength, Hold Person, bonus actions, Spiritual Weapon. Now, we know Spiritual Weapon does not... Yeah, so we know that Spiritual Weapon does not use concentration, so he's going to cast that for his bonus action. So, that's going to be another... slot gone, so that's going to come down to 2. Spiritual Weapon is going to come down. Does Spiritual Weapon have a... Not really. I'm going to say that it's going to focus on Masher, I think. So I'm going to say that the bonus weapon is going to be right... I'll tell you what. That'll be the bonus. That'll be the spiritual weapon, just out of curiosity. Right, so a spiritual weapon, just so people can know what it's all about. Okay. Oh, it's second level, it's not first, of course. I'll fix that in a second. Let me change that. Give me 1 second. Let me just change it before I read it. I'll put that. I'm just changing up these numbers, so that's down to 1. Okay. I'll show you in a second. Okay, so spiritual weapon. So you create a floating spiritual weapon from range that lasts for the duration until you cast the spell again. When you cast a spell, you can make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon. On a hit, the target takes force damage equal to 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. As a bonus action on your turn, you can move the weapon up to 20 feet and repeat the attack against a creature within 5 feet of you. The weapon can take whatever form you choose. Clerics and deities are associated with a particular weapon, as Set Cupid is known for his mace and Thor for his hammer, which I think in this case it'll be a hammer. Make the spell's effect resemble that weapon. And then if we cast it above second level, if we cast it above third or higher, increase by 1d8 for every 2 levels above second. Yeah, it's a really, really good spell actually, it's pretty decent. Okay, so yeah, so basically I just changed the numbers around. Okay, so he's making a melee spell attack. So the melee spell attack is a +3. And he's targeting Masha. So let me just roll a d20 +3 first. 11. And then going down to Masha's AC, it is a miss. Okay, so he's attacked with the spiritual weapon. So now we're going to attack with his dagger. And he has multi-attack for 2 attacks. So let's do this again then. So we need a d20 +4. That's a hit. So 1d4 +2, I think the damage is. Yeah, 1d4 +2. Oh god, Mash just took a bit of a batter in this fight. 4. Alright, 4 points of piercing damage. Bringing them down from 17 to 13, I think. Yep. Wow, he really needs healing. And then we have one more attack. And then that's going to be d20 +4 for a crit. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's nasty. That's nasty. So that's 2d8 +2 for 7 points of piercing damage. Oh my god, that is just... that's nasty. Bringing him down to 5. Basically, giving him the same routine for the other cultist. And that's going to be his turn. Okay, so the next one is Krolux. Right, so Krolux. Okay, so we have ally 25% HP, use potion of healing. Consume limited inventory resources, 2 potions available for extreme emergency save near death allies. Yeah, so I think that's what it's going to do actually. So now we do have Warding Bond, I believe. Do we have Warding Bond? Oh, do we? I think we have Warding Bond up, do we? Or did he use it already? I think he used it already, didn't he? Yeah, because we used our last one, didn't we? I think we used Warding Bond. On who? Rollick? 17 AC, 16. Warding Bond. Why is this 17 AC? Why 17 AC? HSW. Unless there's supposed to be one bond, maybe. Because one bond does give a +1 to AC, I think. Or is it Shield of Faith? No, we don't have Shield of Faith in any of these characters. Why is it 17 AC? 1 second, I want to check something here. Warding Bond. 50. Yeah, +1 to AC and oh, it's AC and same throws. Yes, okay, right. So basically, he's still under. Yeah, right. So it's AC and same throws. Right. Okay. Yeah. I get it. So he's still under the effects of Warding Bond. So why did I not write that down? Okay. So Warding Bond's not concentration. That's the reason why. And it lasts for an hour. Right. Okay. So as long as within 60 feet. Okay. So does that mean that no, he didn't take any damage. No, Brolic didn't take any damage. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, right. So as long as within 60 feet. Okay, right. So obviously seeing his friend getting attacked. So Krolik's going to move forward. And he's going to use a potion of healing on him. So let's. Okay, so let me not paste. I don't know why I pasted that. Hold on. Have I got a third? There we go. Accidentally pasted another copy of the token. Right then. So let me do this. So 2 potions of healing. Let me switch that to 1. Okay, let me switch that to 1. And then potion of healing, if I can get the thing up. Potion of healing. Yes, that's a lot of potions, by the way. Okay, potion of healing. Regains 2d4 +2 hit points when you drink this potion. Right. In fact, that's actually came at a good time because, and I'll tell you why, because we've run out of hit die for a lot of other people. Right, so 2d4 +2 And just to let you know, so the way I rule potion drinking, especially when it comes to healing potions per se, the way I rule it is that you can use them as an action or a bonus action, but if you use it as a bonus action, you gain half hit points of whatever they rolled. So the logic is, because bonus actions are supposed to be quick actions, like, you know, quick performing actions. So if you could think about it, if you're using a bonus action to quickly drink down a drink, in my opinion, you're glugging it to the point where, like, if I were to like drink this like super fast, my mouth would be filled up with the liquid, and the liquid would start seeping out the sides and dripping down me. So because of that, if you think about like drinking like a potion like very fast, you're losing a lot of that potion intake. So that's why I feel like if you use it as a bonus action, you only gain half the HP for a balance. Now I know some other people use potions as a bonus action, well, especially if there's a feature that use it, but I mean like specifically like just normally. I know at my table we use a bonus action if it's to ourselves, then we use an action if we apply it to somebody else. But for me, I do it both ways, you know, interact, you know, directly or to self. So bonus action, you get half the effect, and if you use an action, you get full effect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the question: does Krolux uses action or bonus action for this? Okay, wait. Let's do that again. Does he use his bonus action? No. Okay, so he uses his action. Alright, so that means he gets the full healing. So that's 2d4 plus 2d4 plus 2d4 plus 2. Okay, 2d4 plus 2. It gains 7 hit points back. Okay, that's cool. So yeah, emergency. Okay, so 7 HP back, so that's gone from 5 to 12. Not bad. Okay, now is there anything he can use for his bonus action except for Bardic Inspiration, but he needs a long rest for that. Okay then, right, so allies 95%, fallen, unconscious, I'll cast aid, highest HP, yep, engaging enemies, Bardic Inspiration. No, there's nothing there that he can use as his bonus action. Okay, so I think for that, that's his turn. So basically, I think he's going to move 5, 10, 15. Okay, yeah, let's move into the room then. Right, so that's his turn then, and that's the end of round 2 then. Okay, cool then, cool. So I'll put 2 down. So we're on to round 3 then. Perfect, and we're back to Mash's turn. Okay then, right, so I'll be back in a minute. Right, okay, sorry about that. Okay, right, so we're going to be starting up with round 3 now. So we have Masha. Come up next. So Cult Fanatic's no longer concentrating on Shield of Faith, so he's concentrating on so let me X that out. Concentrating on whole person who is affecting Brolic right now. So, and also has Shield of Faith up. So just to make sure you're not getting confused, I'm going to put a blue cross here just to show that this is the spiritual weapon and not the cultist, just in case anyone gets confused. Okay, right, so yeah, same as before. So HP is okay, so it's not less than 30 anymore. It is 12, which is about 40, 45. So we don't need to do patient defense. Okay, we can't do 30 blows. Yeah, just gonna do a club attack, and then going to do a bonus action martial arts and arm strike. Okay, right, so I'll do d20 plus 4. That is a nat 1, that's a miss. d20 plus 4 for the bonus action. That's a hit. Nice. So 1d4 plus 2. That is 4 points of bludgeoning damage. Now we have a lot to chew through, because this guy's got 40 HP. This guy's buff. So that's coming down to 36, and then we need to do a concentration check for the whole person. So that's going to be a d20 plus 1. Got to beat a 10, which it does. So whole person is continuing. Okay, and that'll be the end of Mash's turn. So next is Brolvik. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Brolvik should be able to do a... Okay, so at the end of each of its turns, the target can make another wisdom saving throw on success. Spell ends. Okay, then, right. So Brovik is going to do a wisdom saving throw to try and end the effects of Hold Person. So we're talking 1d 20 plus 3, and we've got to beat an 11, which it does. Perfect. So he is no longer paralyzed, so let me cross that out. And the concentration of Hold Person goes away, because that's no point, the spell ends. Okay, and then next up is... Okay, so it's not Cultist 2 anymore, because... No, it is Cultist 2. Cultist 1 is taken out. Didn't mean to do that, hold on. Okay, there we go. Yep, Cultist 1 is down, so Cultist 2 is next. So he's not concentrating anything, so he's going to use his... So he's going to use a first level spell slot to do Shield of Faith again. So I'm just going to put SOF, and then put the big C on for concentration. That's his bonus action, and then he's going to attack Masha. So now his AC is up to 15, so I'll remember that's 15. So he's going to attack Masha again, since, you know, within 5 feet. Yep, 5 feet less attack. Yeah, because I mean, we can't use his action to make inflict wounds, because you know, it's using his bonus action to cast things, so yeah, no point. Okay, then, right, so that's going to be a d20 plus 4. Oh my, that's a crit. Oh my god, this might be the end of Masha if we're not careful. Okay, right, so that is going to be 2d4 plus 2, and deals 8 points of piercing damage, bringing him from 12 to 4. And then he has an extra attack, which is going to be a d20 plus 4. That's a dirty 20, not a natural 20. And then that's a 1d4 plus 2 to deal 6 points of damage and bringing Masha to 0. And he has to do death saving throws now, which is not fun. And that's the end of Cultist 2. That's the end of Cultist 2. Okay, so Dunas, looking at this, yeah, just gonna move in and just attack with his core staff again. So he's moving in. Okay, so we're doing a 1d, yeah, so we're doing a 1d 20 plus 6, 1d20, sorry, 1d20 plus 3, pardon me. That is a miss because of the 15 from Shield of Faith, so that's his turn done. Actually, we could use, do you want to do a little bit of roleplay DM? Because I was going to say, like, with the horns, we could push him back 10 feet. So we could kind of slam him into a wall and maybe do a little bit of... No, he can't do it because he can't move him back. And he doesn't go prone at all. That's fine. Okay, right, so that's going to be Donna's turn. So Krolux is next. So obviously... yeah, so Krolux is on 0. So, sorry. Masha's on 0, so Krolix is going to use his last potion of healing to play medic. So that is now a 0. 0 potions of healing. I'm going to do 2d4 plus 2, I believe. Is that the thing? 2d4 plus 2, yeah, that's right. 6 HP. So bringing him from 0 to 6. From 0 to 6. Lucky. Okay, nothing bonus action wise, no, because he's used his Bardic Inspiration, so he's done. Okay, so that's Krolix's turn. So now we are back to Masha. So Masha is currently on the floor. So Masha's currently on the floor, prone. So he's going to use Haste Movement to get back up. And he's going to do, let me see. He's currently at 6 HP. Now we need to... Okay, again, apologies. Okay, right, so... well, first of all, one thing I forgot to do. We're not around 3 anymore, we're on round 4. So we can keep track of where we are. Okay. Right, so Masha is currently on the floor, like I said. So he's going to use Haste Movement to get up. And... yeah, it's going to use half his movement to get up. Okay, so he's going to use half his movement to get up, and he's going to do 2 attacks against the cultist. This cultist is really getting on Match's wick. Just hear him cawing. Right, so let's do this. So d20 plus 4. That's a miss. Because again, concentrating on Shield of Faith. And his bonus action melee attack is another miss as well. 2 misses. Jesus. So that's him missing. Okay, so next is Brovik. So Brovik now has a clear line of sight to the guy. Obviously, like stepping forward and shooting around, so he's going to use his longbow attack. But also as well, he has Hunter's Mark on him, meaning that he'll be able to do an extra 1d6 of damage. Very nice. So, longbow attack. So we're going to do d20 plus 6. Nat 20, perfect. So that's going to be a 2d8 plus... Now, if I'm not mistaken, crits... just one second, I want to look at the crit thing. I want to see if it applies just to Weapon 9, and that's it. D&D 5e critical damage. Have a quick look. Okay, so... Right, so yeah, so core rules for critical damage. You double the dice, roll twice the amount of damage dice, so a normal attack, so 1d8 plus 3 becomes 2d8 plus 3 on a crit, including extra dice, they get doubled as well, but only modifiers to flat. Okay, right, that makes a ton of sense then, right? So basically, so this becomes 2d6 plus 4, because the weapon damage gets doubled, so that is 2d8. So 1d8 becomes 2, plus 4 for the flat modifier, plus 2d6 from Hunter's Mark, because Hunter's Mark does 1d4 and then doubled, making it 2d6. So it deals 19 points of damage. Nice. 19 points. Not bad. That's actually a really good chunk of health, actually. So 19 health. So 36 becomes 2, 1, 6, 5. Becomes 15 HP. Not bad. Not bad whatsoever. And the Cult Fanatic needs to make a concentration check for Shield of Faith. So that's going to be a d20 plus 1. And loses Shield of Faith. That came as a really, really, really good time, actually. So loses concentration. Still has 2 left, right. Brovik doesn't need to do anything else, does he? I don't think so. I think it's just bonus action that. Hunter's Mark. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it doesn't have to do anything else. But basically, that's another arrow that he's used. So we're going to make from 17 to 16. So we have 16 arrows. Kind of keeping track. Okay, so after Brovik, it is now Cultist 2 turn. So following this, he's not concentrating, so he's going to use another bonus action, Shield of Faith. So that brings him down to 2 to 1. Another concentration. And then he's going to do another 2 dagger attacks against... Actually, technically he's got Masher and he's got... does it say? Does it really say, to tell you the truth? Yeah, okay then. So I guess he's just going straight for Masher, I suppose. You know, lowest HP sort of thing. Right, so let's do d20 plus 4, which is a hit. 1d4 plus 2, dealing 5 points of piercing damage. Bringing Masher down from 6 to 1. And then his extra action, extra attack, multi-attack, 2d6 plus 4. That's a hit. And unfortunately, for the second time, Masher goes down to the floor on 0 HP, so he needs to make dex saving throws now. Right, so after that is Dunnis. So Dunnis is going to do his quarterstaff attack again, so that's going to be a d20 plus 3. 22, that hits. 1d8 plus 1 damage, so that's 9 points of bludgeoning damage, bringing him from 15 to 6. The concentration check goes through, so that's d20 plus 1. The 3 makes it a fail. That comes off again. That comes off. Down to 1. Next person is Krolux. Okay, so let's have a look at Krolux. So we used up both our potions healing. We're not falling, so that's fine. Unconscious, nope. I'll combat cast aid. Yeah, I keep forgetting about that one. That's a cast actually. Boarding bond we're still in thingy with. Engaging enemies, spark inspiration. We haven't got them. Melee, self melee range, which not in melee range. Group 3 or more, cast Bane. Highest threat. Highest threat is Phantasmal Force. Clustered, and nearest is attack. Well, I'm gonna say he doesn't need to. Well, actually, technically, yeah, I'm gonna say he doesn't need to. Oh, actually, no, he is right next to him. Oh, sure. No, wait a minute. I moved the wrong token. There we go. It's like that then. I moved the wrong token. Bollocks. Okay then, right, I moved the wrong token. I didn't mean to. Okay. Right, well, he can't get there, so I'm gonna say he's gonna use, actually, can he use Phantasmal Force? No, we used 2 spell slots already, really. Can't use Earth Tremor, because, you know, there's no point. Okay, right, so I'm going to say that he's going to throw a dagger. Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing he can do. Can't move into melee range. Well, he can do, like, can get back again, but I'm trying to keep spacing as a relative mechanic. So yeah, it's just going to throw a dagger. Just going to throw a dagger at the cultist. So he's got 2 daggers, so let's see. So his dagger attack is 1d20 plus, sorry, it's a d20 plus 3, which he hits. Perfect. And then it's 1d4 plus, what, sorry? It's 1d4 plus 1, because he's using strength instead of dex. Yeah, because daggers have the finesse, so you can use strength or dexterity. And 3 points of damage. Okay, so that brings him down from 6 to 3, and then what Donis is going to do, he's going to use, I would say that he has his 2, at least, yeah, I would say that he has his 2, no. Hold it out, attacked, that's item interaction. Can't pull another one out, because that takes an action. Because originally he had his 2, he originally had his loot whipped, because that's his spellcasted focus. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's it. You can't do anything else, so you just throw a dagger and that's it. Okay, so that's his turn. So that's that for round 4, and then we're at round 5. And we're back to the top, so Masha needs to do a dex death saving throw, so it's just a d20, I believe. Hold on, do I add my constitution modifier to 85 each, that's 14. Do I add con modifier to death saving, the death saves? Because it's technically a saving throw, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So have a quick look, 1 second. No. Okay, so it's just basically just a, right, okay. So it's just a flat d20. Okay, sure. Alright, so it's just a flat d20. So he fails his save. Oh my god. So Masha finishes his save, fails his save, so that's one failure. So we come to Rovik's turn. So another arrow attack, please, Maestro. And then if we're lucky, this might be the kill. Okay, so d20 plus 6. That is a hit. And then it's 1d8 plus, no, 1d8 plus 4 plus 1d6 Fonter's Mark, dealing 14 points of piercing damage. And then the final arrow strikes, and that is the cultist down and away with his spiritual weapon as well. Okay, right, so combat's over, but it's not quite over yet because Mash is dying. Now, the problem is we don't have any healing left. Nobody has any healing spells. At least I don't think. Brovik does not have healing spells. We don't have... we do have a heals kit, I think. Unconscious, healers kit. Expend uses from 2 healers kit. Yeah. Okay, so obviously skipping Donas's turn, go straight to Kolux. So let's go to here for a second so we can look at healers kits. Healers kits. So this kit is a lever action. A lever action? A leather pouch containing bandages, salves, and splints. The kit has 10 uses. As an action, you can expend 1 use of the kit, stabilize a creature that has 0 HP without needing to make a wisdom medicine check. That's perfect. So we're going to do this, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put to here. Healers kit 9 out of 10 uses. Perfect. Right, and that is where we are going to leave it. So Masher is currently unconscious. He has 0 HP, but he is stabilized. Relics are full near enough. Relics are full, and the thing is at full. So we need to figure out what we're doing. Are we going to leave him here and carry on, or are we going to drag him back to the entrance and possibly do a long rest? We're all going to have to do a long rest, but the problem is we don't have anyone healing. But the good news is we will get our H die back, but well, let's see. We'll see what the party does in the next episode. So anyway, my friends, that's going to be it for today's episode. So thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if you've been already. And apart from that, enjoy the rest of your awesome day. Hope to see you next time. Take care.